What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be about what if Naruto was basically from an ancient clan. So let's start the video. So to give a little bit of info, it's going to start like a million, like however, like basically when Hagoromo was alive. So yeah. So Naruto is about, well, not Naruto. Hagoromo, I'll say Hagoromo had a second child, and his second child was named Arki. I don't really know what his second child's name is going to be. I'm just going to say, alright, to give y'all a little bit of more info. I will be giving, some things from other animes, ideas, like give them, like Naruto have, kind of their superpowers. So if you don't like an OP Naruto, then get up out of here, because Naruto might be like really OP. So yeah. So Naruto is, basically, so the name that I'm going to be giving Hagoromo's third child is, his name is going to be Arki, but people give him the name Arceus, kind of like as a nickname. And if you don't know who Arceus is, look it up. You will know. But anyway, Naruto, who, we do Arceus, because that's what I'm going to call him. I'm not going to call him Arky or whatever. So Arky is, currently in he's watching his two older brothers fight, as Arky stops, both of them from fighting, as he starts to saying to, his siblings, is this really worth it for power? Like, is it worth it? As they look at their sibling, as Indra says, if it's for power, I'll do anything. As Arceus basically says, yes, I know, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how the world is. As as they basically starts to think to themselves, this is when, Indra tests, as he says, fine, but next time, Ashura, we're going to fight, and Arky won't get involved. As Arky sighs and, and starts to, think to his things, how, a bit of childish his siblings are, as we do a time skip, as basically Hagoromo is talking to his third son, Arky, as he says, listen, Arky, I need you to do something. As Arky says, what is it, father? This is when he says, what I want you to do is to go to another planet, and make a clan in that planet. I want you to be the guardian of that planet, to guard Earth from other beings, like other Osuskis, or like basically many other things. Like, have your clan guard them. As he's like, as Arky was going to say, okay, but why does he have to protect Earth from like other Osuskis? As Hagoromo, mentioned, not all Osuskis are, good and nice like we are. As, Arky basically nods his head, as, sorry about that, as he says, okay, I'll guard Earth however I can. As Hagoromo basically says, good. This is when Arky then goes to, Arky then goes to his, how can I say this? He goes to his friend, we're going to Hagoromo as Hagoromo is currently, splitting up the Biju as he's doing this. The Biju's power is kind of, too much. So he splits, he splits it into, so instead of, him splitting it into 9, he makes, the Biju, like the Biju's power is too much, so the Biju will still exist. But, he had to make another part of a, tailed beast. So, so by combining, you know, by combining Hagoromo's power and Arky's power, and I guess a little bit of Kaguya's as well, if you want to say it. It's gonna be mostly Arky's power. It's gonna be most of Arky's power and also Kaguya's power. Hagoromo's power is like a little bit in there, but yeah. But if you want to really know, it's mostly Kaguya's power than really any of theirs. So yeah. So if anyone basically has control over the 11, yes, the 11-tailed beast, it's most likely Kaguya. So yeah. So basically, Naruto, Arceus says, asks his father, when will he be leaving to go to this other planet? As Hagoromo shows the planet that, he will be going to, as they teleport there. And when they get there, he makes sure, like, Arceus, he brung like most of his followers, like people who follow him, he brung them. That's basically who he like got there. Sorry about that. I'm not doing anything. I'm playing with rubber. So yeah. But now I'm on my phone, my other one at least. So yeah, back to the story. So currently, Arceus and his followers are, building stuff, researching some things. Oh yeah, also, Hagoromo, he made the 11 tails be the guardian of the tailed beast. So, just in case anything happens to the tailed beast, the 11 tails is there. So yeah. As the 11 tails would be called Kenji, because that's what I want to name him, Kenji. And the person who gave him that name was Arceus. So yeah. As they're pretty good friends. And, basically everything that goes as in canon and, in the normal Naruto series, it basically goes as canon, kind of. Like, basically the whole history, it goes as canon. This is when we go to, the planet that Naruto will be living on, as his planet looks like this planet in the background, and their symbol, this is their symbol. So yeah, they wear their symbol, kind of like the Uchihas do, and all that stuff. So yeah. So I'm going to say, so this one I'm going to say, some people found out about, kind of Naruto's, place. Like, they didn't see their planet, but, they found something of Naruto's clan. And I'm going to show you what that is in a minute. So we go to the, second Great Shinobi War, as currently, someone in Konoha is looking in a telescope, as it's a pretty, expensive and normal telescope. It can see pretty far away into space, as he's kind of looking to see some stuff, as this man sees a giant ship, well, spaceship like this, as he is going crazy. As he's like, what the frick? What the heck is going on? What is that? What is that? Basically, he's he's going crazy, as he tells the Hokage about this. I don't know who the Kage. Know it? Let me go back. Okay, there's one thing that I really won't really remember. I won't know who the Hokage of the World War would be. Ninja Great War. So I'm just going to say it's Lord Second. If it was, then I know I'm right. But if not, oh well. So, he tells Tobirama, as basically Tobirama is looking at the spaceship as well, as he asks, him what is that, as he answers him with he doesn't know. It just appeared out of nowhere. As oh yeah, just to let you know, it shows this symbol on the side of it. So yeah, as he's like, okay, I would do something about this, but later, seeing how it's no harm to us now. Oh yeah, just to let you know where Naruto's planet is, it's like where it's far away from Earth. Like it's so far you won't even know how far it really is. Like Naruto's planet, it's out of the Milky Way, bro. Like it's 15 or at least 20 miles away from the Milky Way, bro. Like if you go to Naruto's planet, if you trying to go, you will probably it will probably take you a while. So yeah, it'll be a long time for you to go there. So yeah, Naruto. This is when we do another time skip, as one of Naruto's people send it out, a message to to the world of Shinobi, as they sent a message to them saying, "We see you." As most of the people were wondering what the hold on. Okay guys, I am back. So, Naruto's clan sent out a message to um to the ninja world, as they sent to them, "We see you." And Konoha already spreaded the word that there's other people living on, like not people, but other living beings living on these different planets, as some people were interested on who they were or what they were, as when they got the message of someone speaking, saying "We see you," that's when everyone started to freak out, kind of, because they can see them, but like Naruto's clan can see them, but the ninja world can't. Like they just can't. That's it. So like kind of everyone was on guard, wondering if they were going to attack them, but it never happened. So yeah, this is when one of Naruto's people, hold on, one of Naruto's people came down a spaceship like this, as it's kind of big, like the five great ninja nations saw it, so they're wondering, if it was an invasion or something. So basically they go in to check it out, as they see a few people, as these few people are looking around and speaking in a different language that that basically normal people don't speak, like as people of Kano, well, all the five great ninja nations, the ninjas were wondering, why do they look like us, if they're a different type of being, why do they look like us? As they basically like, sorry about that, but the people that like Naruto's clan, they grabbed a few planets and animals and all that stuff as they went back into the spaceship and they flew away, leaving, them behind. But one of them stayed because they just felt like it, as they went to inform, one of the ninjas that, it's okay, and, this person means no harm. Like, basically saying, he means no harm, as he basically tells him a little bit about his clan. Like, he basically tells him, oh, we're basically better than these people you call Uchihas. As he kind of showed them his eyes, as, they were thinking, Kika Genkai, and like basically new Kika Genkai, and if they can have it, they were basically, 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 like, they were trying to kidnap this person for his, for his bloodline, as they kind of been hunting him down for like 3 whole years, so he just got tired of it and killed himself. So yeah, that's why kind of no one really did anything. Like, that's why when he killed himself, everyone basically stopped looking for him. So yeah, this is when we go to the present timeline, as Naruto was born, as you basically see Naruto's parents, as he is Naruto's like looking at his parents, as his dad is working, and his mom is doing some laundry, as Naruto told his parents, he's basically going to go play, as they basically said okay, and Naruto went to go play. This is when we do another time skip. Sorry if there's a lot of time skips in this. I'm just doing it just because. So yeah. So Naruto is basically, in his own little world, as he's playing outside with his friends. This is when, Naruto, he's currently at the age of 4. This is when, Naruto, it's basically Naruto's birthday, as Naruto is turning the age of 5. And basically every kid who turns the age of 5, like, if you're the age of 5 on Naruto's world, you're basically gonna, like, you're basically a full-grown adult, kind of. Like, basically you're already an adult, and the reason why for this is because kind of everyone on Naruto's planet, they're smart, bro. Like they're smarter than the Narutos. Like, that's how smart they are. But they're just not lazy. That's why they're able to do, build ships and have a better place. So Naruto's planet, it looks kind of like this. So this is what Naruto's sorry about that. This is what Naruto's planet looks like. As you see all this stuff, as basically Naruto's whole clan is around the world. Like, there's basically no big real reason to honestly do a lot of stuff here. Oh yeah, and by the age of 5, you are able to go on missions. So Naruto turns 5, and he's been doing a few missions, high-ranking missions. Some people that would have considered these missions S ranks, or A rank missions. So yeah, Naruto has been doing these missions for quite a while. As we do another time skip, as Naruto is as Naruto was, looking, as Naruto was at the age of 6, as this is where I'm going to kind of, this is where I'm going to say Naruto's wearing black, a black shirt. Well, not shirt, it's a long sleeve shirt. Well, it is a shirt, like a long sleeve shirt, but now, like, if you've seen Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter, how he puts, something over his shirt or whatever, basically that's Naruto. That's what he's wearing, basically. So, yeah. So, Naruto is now, with his, how can I put this? Naruto is with his, you know, friends, as as basically everyone from, from his planet has been informed to, come back home. Like, every last one of y'all, come back here now. Like, come back. There's no reason for y'all to, or be on missions, come back home. As they all go back home, as as Naruto is basically with his father, as he's asking his dad, why was everyone sent a message to, basically come back home. As Naruto, as, he basically answers his question for him, as, as he says, well, the reason why everyone has, hold on guys. Okay guys, I am back. So yeah, Naruto is now with his father, as he asks his father, why was everyone sent back to this planet? And as he basically, as he says, well, the reason why everyone was sent back to this planet was for one reason and one reason only. As basically is telling to Naruto, he's going to have to marry someone if he wants peace throughout this galaxy. As Naruto was going to refuse because, he doesn't want to marry anyone, he doesn't really like anyone. As Naruto was kind of, born emotionless. And in Naruto's clan point of view, if you're born emotionless, you're smarter than basically anyone. Like, everyone in this whole basically whole planet combined, you're the most smartest. And there's not many people born emotionless, kind of like Naruto. Like, it's normally a 3% people born emotionless, but if you're born with emotions, you're gonna be smart, but like not all that smart. So yeah. Basically that's it, kind of. As Naruto was asking his father, why does he have to get married? Why can't it be someone else? As his father said, like I said, if you want peace throughout this galaxy, there's going to have to be, we're going to have to do this. As Naruto scoffs and says, fine. As his father says, but there is another reason why, basically why I wanted you and everyone else to come back home. As he asks his father why. He basically says, his clan has been the most strongest clan of them all. Like, basically no other clan or other race of people can match up to them. Like, even the Otsutskis, they have came to that planet before, but when they've tried to take it over, Naruto's whole clan was wild, and they started attacking for a reason, because whoever these people are, they're trying to take over their planet, and they don't like roll, like they're not okay with that. They want peace, and if you can't give peace, they're gonna kill you. That's it. Like, it's war or peace, bro. You just gotta think about it. So that's basically it. as you know, as Naruto's dad is saying to Naruto, you know, it's strange how ever since, ever since, Naruto's dad was a boy, he had, like, his whole clan has been living for millennia of time, and not once have they been wiped out or, like, pushed to the edge, basically. Like, as Naruto basically says, okay, so this is when, he says, this is where you come in. When you basically marry this person, it's going to be your, it's going to be you who's going to be rebuilding the you clan. I'm trying to think of a name for, Naruto's clan. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Okay, guys, I think I've thought of a name. So Naruto is going to be, Naruto, last name of his clan is going to be Yuri. And how it's going to be spelled is U, well, Y-U-E, Yuri. So that's basically how Naruto's clan name is spelled. So Naruto says, what do you mean, why I'm going to be rebuilding the Yuri clan? As he says the reason why is because currently, as we speak right now, our clan is being wiped out. And Naruto stands up and says, what? Why not? Why aren't we attacking? Why aren't we doing anything? As Naruto's father says, because this is something that I ordered, and everyone knew about this except you. As Naruto basically says, then why didn't you inform me about it? Why? As, sorry about that, guys. As he says, because if you did go with it, because if I told you, you wouldn't want to go through it. As Naruto says, of course I wouldn't want to go through it. Why wouldn't I? This is my clan, and why are you killing them all? As he says, because Naruto, don't you see that as strange? How our whole clan has been living for years and years, and not once have we been wiped out. And if our clan doesn't feel this, sorry about that, if, he's basically saying if our clan doesn't know how it feels to be, wiped out, then we won't possibly, be prepared for the future or basically get stronger. Naruto is thinking, his father has gone mad, as he asks his father if he's insane. No, he says no, and this is when, what you could say soldier comes, as he basically says, everyone of the Yuri clan has basically been wiped out. The only one who is left is basically Naruto's father and this soldier that is speaking to him, and also, like Naruto's mother. As the soldier then, goes to the backyard and kills himself, because that's what I was. Alright, to give you guys a little bit of info, I was planning on, having Naruto's clan be wiped out by a whole other, race of people. But if Naruto's clan going to, rule over, half of the world, that means all of, all the other races are going to have to gather up to defeat Naruto's. Hold on. Okay, guys, I am back. So, sorry for the interruption. So basically, the soldier, basically went inside the backyard, killed himself, and this is when, Naruto's father asks Naruto if he can kill him. As Naruto, kind of feeling the first ever emotions in, history. Seeing how when he was a child, he never smiled or cried. He started to cry and saying, no, are you crazy? I'm not going to do that. as you know, Naruto's father says, well, you don't have a choice, as he basically pits Naruto in this sort of genjutsu, controlling him and making him kill the rest of whoever is alive or and his mom and dad, as that is it. Naruto, realizing, he killed a bunch of innocent people, cries for about a while, then he goes, he cries for about 2 hours, and basically, he just, he stops crying, he just goes emotionless fully, like, no emotionless, just pretty much, my emotions ain't coming back after this. That's basically it for Naruto. That's it. All these emotions is gone, not coming back. So, Naruto is basically wondering, what should he do now? He's the only one alive, and he's wondering what the frick should he do, as a spaceship comes up to Naruto, and a girl, an alien girl, goes up to Naruto and basically says, "Hello, Naruto," as he looks up and asks this person, "Who are you?" She answers his question by saying she's the person, he's going to be married to. As Naruto narrows his eyes and scoffs as he says, "Fine." As Naruto is kind of like emo Sasuke, but not really. As she asks Naruto, what should they do? Now that, basically now that his clan is dead. As he says, obviously I'm going to be rebuild it like my father said. As she says, good. This is when, she answers his question by asking him, where is he going to live? As as basic as Naruto says, he will still live on this planet when he gets older, at least, but until then, basically until then, he won't be really, he will be living in space, kind of, just in space. Naruto will be living in, this is the spaceship Naruto will be living in. This giant spaceship. Naruto won't really know if it's day or night because, he's in space, but it's whatever. As, as the girl says, fine, you can do that, but how about, you go to another planet instead, get some education and all that stuff instead of, being up in space all the time by yourself. As Naruto says, fine, but what do you suggest? Where do you think I should go? As she answers his question by saying, there's another race of people who look just like you, as you may know that. As Naruto nods his head yes, because, he already knows about the people living on Earth, as he says, so what about them? As she answers his question by saying, live there. As it clicks in his mind, this girl is out of her goddamn mind. As he says, first of all, you're insane. The last time one of my people went to that planet, he nearly died, so he killed himself before he could. As she says, yes, you are right, but at least when you go there, you will already be stronger than them. As Naruto is thinking to her, she does have a point. He will be stronger than everyone on that planet. And if someone does try to attack him, all he has to do is basically, kill them and be like all he has, like Naruto with a flick of his wrist, he can destroy a whole like nation in a second, like basically in a blink of an eye. Kind of like that's it. That's basically Naruto's full power, you could say. Kind of like, kind of. It's not that power yet, but yeah. Oh yeah, just to let you know. Okay, guys, I am back. So Naruto's, eye is kind of like this. As Naruto has basically the two Tomo version of it. As the first one basically gives him, super speed, super strength, you know, kind of like that. And then there's, his second one, which gives him, I'll say it gives him, limitless. Basically, you're not able to touch Naruto. Like, basically, like Gojo, so yeah. And also, with the second one, you also get Kamui, or however you say it. Like, basically, you phase through stuff, and you can basically teleport to places. So yeah, so Naruto just basically says to the girl, to the alien girl, fine, as no one can touch him. So he plants, his spaceship to go to a planet called Earth. As the planet sets its coordinates to Earth, as within, I'll say, seeing how, Naruto didn't want his spaceship to go, that fast, I'll say it took him about, uh, 2 whole months to get there. Yeah, 2 months to get there. So that's how long it took Naruto to get to that planet. As Naruto said, basically, said to the alien girl who was with him, as he asked her, what is she going to do? She doesn't look anything like them. She then says, she's been working on, a sort of type of human form, so she can look like them. As Naruto was kind of caught off guard by this, but he shrugged it off and said, fine. And the form that, the girl looks like is this one right here. As that is her form. As Naruto gets out of, like, his spaceship, because Naruto is currently in space, like, he's hovering over the Earth. That's basically Naruto. Hold on. Okay, guys, I am back. So Naruto is he's like, his spaceship is hovering over Earth, as Naruto he's thinking to himself, what should he do, like, once he gets there? How should he introduce himself? As Naruto goes into, the spaceship, the tiny version of the spaceship that I showed you earlier, that one, as he goes into that one, and basically, when he, like, gets into that tiny spaceship, he goes to Earth, lands his spaceship on Earth, as when it hits Earth, nothing really happens, like, ninjas didn't really notice it because it was quiet. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, Naruto gets out of his spaceship with you know his wife. I'm gonna call her Abby because I want to. So yeah, her, like, oh yeah, just to give you a little bit of information on Abby, like, when she was going to be married to Naruto, she was fine with it. Like, she didn't care. When she found out, like, she was like when she saw Naruto's picture and saw how, how well she thinks Naruto is cute. She thought, automatically he's a good guy, like, he'll be good to marry. but she knows like he's emotionless, and if and only the emotionless people are the smartest in Naruto's clan. So basically, yeah. Naruto's father was also emotionless, so that's why he didn't really care if his whole clan was massacred. So yeah, so Naruto lands on Earth as Naruto is walking around as he sees Konoha gates. As he walks in it, the guard's not really thinking, he's a kid, what can he do? Naruto, like Naruto's clan, they speak a whole nother language. So Naruto, he didn't even speak to the guards. They just thought, he was a kid, so it didn't really matter. And they thought it was another kid with him, so they didn't really care. Like, what can a few kids do? So yeah, Naruto basically goes to he sees the most biggest tower out of all the towers or buildings in in the village. As he goes there, as the village, well, the tower that he goes to is, it's the Okage's tower. As Naruto goes there, and he basically goes all the way to the top. As Naruto not knocking on the door, he just walks in there as he sees a blonde man, you know, writing on paper. As the blonde man, basically looks up as he sees a boy with blonde hair and type of blue eyes like him, but his are more, how can I say it? It's more lifeless. That's it. So yeah, Naruto then says in his clan's language, he basically says, "Who are you, and are you the leader of this place?" As Minato says, what did you say? I'm confused. What are you? Who are you?" As Naruto, he basically has a device on him, you could say, as this device, it can basically, this device, like if you're speaking in a whole nother language, it will speak in that language for you. So basically it's translating whatever, Minato says for Naruto. As Naruto says, "Who are you?" and basically, "What's your name?" As the translator, said it for Naruto, as Minato was kind of surprised by this and caught off guard, as he says, "I'm Minato Namikaze. I'm the Hokage of the village," and leaves. As Naruto, he's he turns his head a bit, like in a confused look, as he asks, "What's a Hokage?" As basically the translator says it for Naruto, for as Minato explains, what a Hokage is and what it's like to be a ninja, and the translator, says all that to Naruto, as he's like, "Okay." This is when Minato asked, "Who are you?" and "What are you doing here?" As Naruto says, he's Naruto Yuki. As Naruto says, well, I mean, as how can I say this? As Naruto says, he's Naruto Yuki. He's from, and he points up as he says, "I'm from up there." As Minato, knowing about the people in space, says, "Oh, so you're part of them, huh? The people who live outer space, I guess." As Naruto nods his head yes. As Minato asks him, what is he doing here? As Naruto says, "Well, my whole clan is dead, so So basically, so he's so I'm asking you if I can stay here, and basically you learn your people's history and education. As Minato said says, okay, I guess you can stay here. As Naruto bows, saying thank you, as as basically, that's kind of it. Oh yeah, and also Naruto did introduce, the girl with pink and purple eyes, as he introduced Abby to Minato. He, told Minato, she's not much of a talker, so she won't really, talk to many people. So yeah, this is when, oh yeah, just to let you know, the 11 Tails can choose who he wants to be his Jinchuriki. Like, seeing how, like, Naruto's clan, they treat tailed beast as gods. So if you're a tailed beast, like, you're going to be treated like you're a god in Naruto's, like, clan's perspective. So yeah, Naruto Naruto is, the 11 Tails Jinchuriki. As he didn't tell Minato this, because, he felt like that's none of his business. So yeah, as Naruto Naruto basically says, basically gets the permission to, be at be at, be at, well, Naruto's school, you could say. As Naruto is, how can I put this? Naruto isn't going to the academy yet. Like, he's with Minato and Kushina, learning about, how to speak their type of language, because he doesn't want to be the new kid of the academy and, not know how to speak their language. As Naruto, he doesn't live in the village, like when when Minato is, like, Naruto told Minato, where he can meet him in the forest. So yeah, as Minato would go to Naruto from time to time, and basically, sorry guys, I just had to yawn for a bit. So yeah, like Minato would teach, Naruto basically the basics of, learning some stuff. So yeah, Naruto kind of, knows some stuff about, some stuff about their language. But about the math and history, he doesn't really know about that. But like, he knows how they write, because how they write, it isn't the same how his people write, but it's kind of like the same. So yeah, and basically, like, the only thing the same about Naruto's clan and basically Earth is that their math is the same. That's it. Like, if you look at Naruto's, like, his basically planet's math, it's going to look exactly the same. Like, for them, for Naruto's clan, it's going to look different. Like, it's going to look different, but if you if you look at it really closely and it's not a dummy, you're going to know, like, it looks the same. Like, there's not much of a difference. So yeah. So if y'all wondering, what was that breeze? I am currently next to my window now. So yeah, Naruto is now, how should I say this? He's now, with Minato, as like Naruto, he's basically a prodigy. Like, he learned how to speak Minato's language in about, like, he learned it in about, how could I say this? He learned how to speak their language in 1 week, which is impressive to Naruto, which is impressive to Minato. I mean, not Naruto. like, he was impressed how such a young boy can, can be so smart, even though he's not from this planet. So, Naruto, while he was on Earth, he has been reading some books, telling about their history and stuff, as it is, a day before Naruto goes to the academy. As Naruto is currently going to the Hokage office, as he opens the door and says Minato. As Minato looks up at Naruto as he says, "Yes, Naruto." As Naruto says, "Who is this Madara Uchiha person?" As you know, as Minato thinks to himself, "God dang it, why?" As he's like he knows, he knows whoever this clan, like Naruto clan of, he knows they have a dojutsu. So basically, most people if this clan has a dojutsu, it must be a reason, why they aren't feared. Well, why they are feared in, around the galaxy because of their eyes. And Naruto did tell him how his clan is feared around the galaxy. So yeah, even if there is just one of them, that's if Naruto reaches his full potential, it will be enough for him to destroy a whole planet with ease. As Naruto was thinking about how strong Naruto's clan was, and when if it's possible for his clan to kind of destroy a whole planet with ease and not have any guilt or remorse for it, then he knows if Naruto wanted, he could have destroyed Earth anytime he wanted to. If his clan wasn't massacred, and if they gave him an order to kill Earth, Naruto would have no hesitation with doing so. But Minato, prayed to God, thinking God, thinking, saying, thank God he's not at his full potential, because if he was, it would have been bad for him. But over the week, Naruto, by learning a few stuff about the history of his about the history of not his people, but Earth's people. Basically, he's like, okay, I guess this is pretty useful, I guess. So that's it, I guess. Naruto had asked Minato, who's Madara Uchiha? As Minato says, well, I guess Madara was a bad guy, and he wanted to destroy the leaf. As Naruto basically said, why would he want to destroy the leaf? As Minato said, because he didn't like the leaf. He wanted to destroy it. This is when Naruto then said to Minato, but didn't he make the leaf with Hashirama? And weren't they friends? As Minato says, yes, they were, but some people can change Naruto. As Naruto says, okay, so Minato, if I changed, what would you do? As Minato said, what do you mean? As he said, if I had the need to destroy this village or the planet, what would you do? As Minato sat back in his chair, looking up at the ceiling, as he said, well, there's not much I can do. Already at a young age, you're already a high tuning or most likely high joning level. As Naruto was thinking, well, that is correct. As Naruto says, okay, but I won't change anytime soon, I guess. as Naruto then left. This is when we go to the next day, as it is now time for the academy. As Naruto, as Naruto is, as Naruto walks into the academy, as he introduces himself as Naruto Yuri. This is when we go to when the academy is finished because, no one wants to really know what happens in the academy. So yeah, this is when, he sees, Naruto sees, his, his friends, well, not friends, his classmates, as they're all hanging out together at the playground. As he sees a boy with a ponytail as he's walking with his friends into the park as he's saying, "What a drag." As Naruto walks up to them and says, "Hello." As the group turns around and says, "Oh, what's up? How are you?" Well, they ask him, "How are you? Who are you?" As Naruto says, "I'm Naruto Yuri, and I am a part of your class." As they basically say to Naruto, "Oh, what? Oh, if you're a part of our class, then, wanna hang out?" As Naruto says, "Sure, why not?" Oh yeah, the Uchiha Massacre, there's no real reason for it to happen. It just, Minato never really told the council, about Naruto, so. And also, Minato is alive, so there will be no reason for the Uchiha Massacre to happen. So yeah. And Danzo was trying to, get Shushui's eye, but he remembered, about Naruto's clan, and that's the eyes that he's been trying to get for a while now. And he knows he can't get them unless, one of Naruto's clan members, comes to this planet. And basically that's it. As Naruto is currently reading a book as Menma says to Sasuke, "Well, I don't know about you guys, but when I grow up, I'm going to be Hokage." As Sasuke says, "What do you mean, Menma? If anyone's going to be Hokage, it's going to be me." As Sasuke says, "What do you mean, Menma? I'm going to be a way better Hokage than you are." As Naruto is still reading his book, not giving a crap who's going to be Hokage. As they ask Naruto, "Who do you think is going to be a better Hokage, Menma or Sasuke?" As Naruto says, "I don't care who becomes the Hokage." As Naruto, they scoff at Naruto because he's kind of not interested in being Hokage, seeing how he's more focused on, reclaiming back his title as the universe's strongest alive, because instead of being, just some weak, person, he wants to reclaim his title, his clan title as the strongest. So yeah. As oh, how should I put this? As, now, as Sasuke then says, "Well, it's not like it matters anyway. Even if I don't become Hokage, I'll still be the most strongest alive on this planet. Probably in the whole universe." As Naruto doesn't pay attention to this kind of at all because he doesn't really want to get involved with this. As he says, as Sasuke then says, "Besides, I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I have the most strongest dojutsu in the world." As Naruto finally snapped, as he looked at Sasuke with "Are you a stupid?" look, like who is you, a dummy? As Naruto was looking at Sasuke like, "Then what am I, a roach? Like, I'm pretty sure I came here from a spaceship, not you." As as Naruto then says, then if you're the world's strongest, face me in a fight because you're going to lose. As Sasuke says, fine then, let's go. I don't care wherever you're from. Cause, they don't really know Naruto is from space. They only know, he's new. As Naruto says, I have you know, I'm a part of the Yuri clan, and the Yuri clan comes from outer space. And there is where we're the most strongest alive. Not one person can match up to my clan's power. Not even your Sharingan, Sasuke. As Sasuke says, we'll see about that, Naruto. As they both get in a fighting stance, as 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 the kids are wondering, who is going to win. As it only took a whole minute for Naruto to beat Sasuke. As Naruto said, what was that about you being the world's strongest, Sasuke? As Sasuke scoffs and says, it doesn't matter, once I get stronger than you, I will be the world's strongest, and you'll see. And you'll see when I become Hokage. Basically the whole Naruto act, kind of. As Naruto says, yeah, sure, you're all idiots. As Menma says, if we're idiots, then what are you? Well, I'm the most smartest in this group. If anything, you guys are just weaker than me. And besides, I'm the most strongest as well. So who's the weaker one now? So, as Shikamaru then says, Naruto, I heard you from being from outer space. It doesn't really matter. As Naruto looks at Shikamaru, as he says, and I heard your clan was the most smartest, and I'm emotionless and smart. So, if I'm smart, then what does that make your clan? Because if I remember it correctly, we have more technology than you, more advanced stuff than you. So who's the most smarter now? As Shikamaru basically says nothing. As Kiba says, geez, Naruto, you don't have to go all hard on them. All hard on them. As Naruto says, fine, but these guys need to know that I'm the strongest here and no one else. As we go to Minato, as he has currently been called to a council meeting by one of the council members, because if you know me, I have no interest in remembering any of the council members' names, so I'm not going to. As they basically say to Naruto, they basically ask, what was his name again? Minato, they asked Minato, how come none of them knew about Naruto being in the Leaf Village? Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, back to what I was doing. So, Naruto, who is now with his friends, as he just beat the crap out of Menma and Sasuke, as these three would usually always fight to see, who's the strongest. As for Naruto, it would be a 7 to 3 and 2. As Menma would be the 2, and Sasuke would be the 3, and Naruto would be the 7. As Naruto is the most strongest in the group. As we go to when they are now the age of 7. No, we go to the age of where they are the age of. I would say probably. I'll say they're probably 8. Yeah, 8. They are the age of. No, I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting my numbers mixed up. I meant the age of 12, I guess. As they are 12 and they are currently. How can I say this? They are they are currently in Iruka's class, as you know, as Iruka basically made as the test, you know, kind of went as canon with Naruto, you know, following the test and Manma being tricked by Mitsuki and all that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. So Naruto is Naruto is currently with his friends as they are begging Naruto to go on his ship with him, as Naruto has been saying no, no, and no the past years, as basically, you know, they have been basically saying, you know, they want to see what Naruto's spaceship look like, you know, for a while now, as Naruto has been telling them no for the past centuries that he has been alive, as Naruto will kind of continue to say no, as this is when, Minato appears, as he says, "Come on, Naruto, how about it? Let's see what it looks like up there." As Naruto says, "Fine, but don't touch anything." As Minato then says, "And if we do," this is when Naruto makes a funny but weird joke in his own perspective, as he says, "Fine, then don't blame me if you blow up your whole planet." As you know, as Naruto smirks and says, "How is that?" And basically, they're thinking, about Naruto, as they're thinking, "How is that funny to you? How is that funny at all?" As Naruto, you know, calls up his tiny version of his spaceship a little bit. It's kind of tiny, as it appears, and basically when it does, it takes everyone up to Naruto's spaceship, as he starts showing them around. As Naruto shows them around for a bit, as he basically showing them around, as Sasuke is like, "So Naruto, how did your planet look like?" As Naruto says, "We'll go see." As Sasuke was like, wait, what?" As Naruto turned on, his spaceship, as he drove it to his planet. As the spaceship, it was going pretty fast, but to them it felt like it was only a mere second that they just got there. As, oh my god,